Huge numbers of parents around the world are deeply concerned about three facets of video games. And they are graphic violence, sexual content, and foul language. You may have heard of a case in Leicester, England, in which 17-year-old Warren LeBlanc was so obsessed with a game, Manhunt, a game infamous for its graphic violence, that he killed his friend, 14-year-old Stefan Pecura, which was a devastating loss for Pecura's family. But how often do such cases really happen? The media always single out cases like this to emphasize claims of a link between actual violence and screen violence. In fact, vast majority of gamers have a healthy and enjoyable relationship with this leisure activity. In fact, according to a report conducted in the United States by the Entertainment Software Association, only 12% of games released in 2013 were rated as mature by the Entertainment Software Rating Board in the USA. This suggests that a small percentage of video games contain the three attributes that are most worrying to parents. To a large extent, it still remains parents' responsibility to check on what their children are playing, either alone or among with their friends. Another issue that gamers find hard to admit is that their chosen activity is sedentary. Indeed, video games are often considered as an unhealthy activity which prevents youngsters from doing exercise. However, the industry is releasing new games on various platforms such as the Kinect and V, which enables players to actually move and sweat when playing. Such games allow players to be physically involved and allow players to move their body so that they're not required to sit in the same position for a long time. Another criticism made by society is that playing video games is a waste of time. Yet a quote by Bertrand Russell states that time you enjoy wasting is not wasted time. In order to produce something of high quality, wasting time is inevitable. On top of that, it is unrealistic to expect people to be productive all the time. Therefore, spending time on leisure activities may allow them to rest, but also to develop in other ways. If youngsters like to do such activities, it is not really wasting their time. Rather, they are enjoying their time. Instead of wasting time, video games may enhance some of the skills required in daily lives, such as following instructions, problem solving and logic, hand-eye coordination, planning, resource management, multitasking, simultaneous tracking of many shifting variables and managing, accuracy, and concentration. As a matter of fact, research conducted by the University of Rochester shows how action shooting video games improve people's visual attention skills. Both video game players and non-video game players took the same test called the Flanker Compatibility Effect Test, which was designed to identify a target shape placed within one of several circles, while ignoring shapes placed outside of the circles. As the number of squares increased, results show that video game players were able to recognize shapes faster than non-video game players. In another test known as E-Unification Performance, participants were to report the number of squares that were flashed in front of them. Results shown that video game players were 13% more accurate than non-gamers. The research I have discussed up to this point focuses on the effect of playing games that are already available in stores. But what if we imagine a game specifically designed to facilitate a person's psychological or emotional development? Well, we don't have to imagine it. Because researchers at Boston Children's Hospital made a game called Rage Control, which stands for Regulate and Gain Emotional Control, which help kids with high levels of anger and hostility. It is essentially a version of the arcade classic, Space Invaders. Yet players have to wear a monitor on their pinkies, which measures their heart rate. If their heart rate goes above resting levels, they lose the ability to shoot. Overall, the participants' heart rate during the game improves each round, indicating they are able to control their anger while not losing the game. The game is more successful than traditional anger management exercise, such as deep breathing and progressive muscle relaxation. Could this biofeedback technology be integrated into the hardware of future game controllers? The same method may apply to other games and potentially cure other psychological conditions, such as attention deficit disorder, ADD. At this point, I have to admit a personal interest in this topic, which I have mentioned yet before. But actually, I have to confess that yes, I am a gamer. And when I was a little younger than I am now, I personally had a problem managing my own anger. I would probably say that video games have turned me from an irritated kid to a grown, mature teenager. My anger has been controlled through the process of playing video games, and it has shaped who I am today. I would even say that video games have saved my life. For some reason, we single out video games for special criticism. Actually, shouldn't we step back and think that graphic violence, sexual content, and foul language have been with us since the dawn of civilization and have been recorded in every medium ever created? From cave painting to Greek tragedy to Shakespeare to D.H. Lawrence to the movies. Video games are just the contemporary form of art that kids spend numerous hours to enjoy. Are they not already a powerful force for good in society? This is Paul Mann. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.